monstrosities to take Westmarch for themselves.
Who is this?
I'm Bryson. I was trapped in a cellar until Hadrig rescued me.
Ha! And now he won't go away.
We stayed to fight, Robert and me. But he fell. And when they started to tear into him, I panicked.
At long last.
My library isn't far from here. I was closing everything up for the day when I heard the fighting in the streets.
I grew up over by the docks.
Why would the angels do this to us? The attacks are getting worse. They'll reach the survivors soon.
More fury.
We've been here for days. These people can't last much longer.
There's a survivors' enclave near here. Get everyone over there.
From that place we just passed?
I need fury. No way.
I'm returning to town.
I told you to leave! Those monsters have stripped my humanity from me! The angels and their monsters are killing everyone. What will they do to me when they find out what I truly am? My mother and the demon attack she survived. It's all too horrible to contemplate.
That Death Maiden is controlling the Soul Crucible, but not for long.
You're right about that.
Still recharging. Enough fury.
Thank you. I knew you would arrive in time to save me.
How could you know that?
I am Miriam Jazia, a seer of the Vetchin people. I foresaw our meeting, but I did not see this horror. I have come to help you. There is one crucible left, and if you destroy that, the maidens will not be able to create more. There is no time to waste. We must be on our way now. Malthael, he's watching you.
After years of my pleading, the Angiris Council has finally agreed to send me in search of Malthael. I will not fail in this, as my master's presence is sorely needed in the high heavens. Owing to Malthael's growing fascination with the humans, Tyrael has suggested I begin my search on Sanctuary.
You should get to the Survivors' Enclave. It's not safe out here.
Nonsense. You'll protect me. And after experiencing what those things do to people, let's just say I need to see you destroy the final crucible with my own eyes if I am ever to sleep again.
Remember me?
I'm carrying too much.
I see you have much guilt over Leah's fate.
How do you know of Leah?
I see the past as well as the future. You must not let it consume you.
I need to go back.
A great choice.
Awful things are happening out in the city. I have faith that you will save us.
She saved my brother at Bastion's Keep.
Could it be that the Prophet abandoned us? Why else would his magic fail to protect us while we slept?
The Prophet's magic worked. It kept you safe.
But my sisters died. Why them and not me?
When we leave companions behind, we carry their burdens forward. Leah, Cain, I carry on for them.
I cannot simply feel sorry for myself. I must discover the truth.
It is good to fight with you again.
Only through submitting to Malthael will we... survive his wrath. Relinquish. The wealth you've all clung to, and ensure. My mother warned me about the poor. They want my wealth, but they don't want to work for it. And now they've created an army of death creatures. Well, when I'm king, I'll just show them.
There's no easy way to say this, but I have to leave, and I won't be returning.
Do what you must.
I'm serious. My brother's imprisoned in Kingsport with no way to defend himself, and I must free him.
You will not make it to Kingsport if Westmarch is overrun.
All right. I'll stay for as long as I can, but only because I know how much you need me.
I was telling you about Lyria, wasn't I? Oh, she was so beautiful that Durgis was determined to make her his own. Oh, yes, he pursued her relentlessly, showering her with gifts and attention until she succumbed and agreed to become his wife. But Durgis' jealousy was so great, he hid Lyria high in the heavens, far away from the reach of men and gods.
Yes, the jealous man finds it hard to make room for anything else in his life.
Yes, that was Durgis. Desire was his very nature.
Impossible.
You shouldn't be so dour. You have much to be joyful about.
Do not mock me.
I have learned that in terrible situations it is better to laugh than to cry. Perhaps when you have lost as much as I, you'll understand.
see the future. Tell me, does this constant death and destruction ever end?
Of course it will end, and you will live a long and happy life.
Why don't I believe you?
Because I was not being entirely truthful. That, and you are so chairless that will never believe you can be happy and content. I must say, it is wonderful to finally meet, though you are skinnier than my visions led me to expect. You just don't take care of yourself. It's always about saving the world first, isn't it? You are such the artist when it comes to dispatching Death's minions. Don't mind me. I'll just be waiting over here.
More fury.
Rich and poor, great and small, death came in the end.
What was that?
That would be Urzael.
Urzael?
Urzael is the angel who commands Malthael's forces in this city. I think you made him angry.
Good. Let us get to the Enclave. I need to see if Tyrael has made any progress. I'm returning to town. I grow in power.
Is this truly the work of angels? I don't understand. How could they?
Sadly, it is true. One of the angels has gone mad. I am going to put him and his followers down like the dogs they are.
Good.
I have heard that the Grand Maester himself is in Westmarch. It is imperative that I find and speak to him. I will tell him of the sins his order is committing.
Cormac, he is the leader of the Templar. Most likely the Order acts at his commands.
No, you are wrong. My first memories of being a Templar are of him comforting me, welcoming me to the Brotherhood. I looked into his eyes. He is a good man, I tell you. Those who perish without...
We're not going to die, are we? Tell me we're not going to die. I don't want to lose my soul!
Oh, I can't believe it. My best hammer's gone missing. It couldn't have walked off on its own now, could it, lad?
One of the men needed a hammer. He promised to return it.
Fool boy! I'll never see it again!
I'm sorry, Hadrig.
Get out of my sight!
I don't feel like talking right now.
Why fight so hard? Thousands are dead. What do another dozen matter?
If you hadn't come along when you did, I don't know what might have happened.
It was the least I could do. Anyone would have done the same.
But you didn't have to help. You could have run right by.
You've heard the legend of the Tomb of Rakus, haven't you? Its location has never been found. Most scholars think it's underneath Westmarch, but I suspect it's somewhere outside the city. Ruckus was a clever man, after all.
And now I hear those Reapers are taking people's souls? This is madness!
Can I ask you about Deckard Cain?
He was a great man. He deserved a better death. Had he lived, many things might have been different.
Could one man make such a difference?
Now is not the time to speak of this. We have a city to save.
Tyrael told me of your actions. You killed Diablo himself.
It had to be done.
I don't know that the world will ever understand what it took to face such pure evil.
It is enough that I was able to stop the prime evil. The rest does not matter.
My father was the commander of the Knights of Westmarch. He assumed I would become a soldier, just like him.
Did you not want to be a soldier?
I grew up on stories of the fearless Horadrim, Tal Rasha, Jared Cain. That was what I wanted to be. My father thought it was all myth. Wasn't he surprised when I actually became one of them?
How have you been able to hold out this long against the Reapers?
It has been a brutal task. A lot of good men sacrificed themselves to save us. But even that wasn't enough. If you hadn't shown up when you did, we might already be dead.
Not here. Why haven't you sent for reinforcements from other cities? Bramwell, Kingsport.
Have you not heard? Cities everywhere are under attack. No place is safe.
Yes, Malvale strikes all across Sanctuary.
I did not know. That is grim news.
Look, the sliver is changing.
Malthael is doing something to the Black Soulstone.
Exactly. He's been gathering strength from the souls of Westmarch in order to alter the stone. Yet his purpose still eludes me.
He's killing everyone. What more do you need to know?
We can't stop him unless we know what he is planning to do next.
Urzael has done this to finish collecting the souls of Westmarch.
Urzael. It is time for him to die. Where is he?
All I know is that he is in a tower somewhere in the Westmarch Heights, and that he will be quite rude to you. Before you set out to kill him, you should stop by my cart. I can enchant some items for you.
Why didn't Tyrael just destroy the Black Soulstone?
The Black Soulstone was made by a man, unlike previous Soulstones. We had no idea what would happen if we destroyed it. It seemed a better idea to hide it away forever. We had no way of knowing that Malthael was watching us the entire time. How could we?
And if we get it back from Malthael, we will just hide it again?
I don't know. But it's better for us to have the stone than Malthael. If we make it that far, we'll worry about what to do next.
What do you know of Urzael?
He is Malthael's lieutenant, much the same way that Iswal was mine. He does his master's bidding without question.
Why didn't Malthael kill you in the tomb of Ruckus and take your soul?
I may be mortal, but I am not Nephilim. I have no demon blood in me, and therefore Malthael does not see me as his enemy.
And we are? We killed the Lords of Hell.
That is of no consequence. You are half demon to him and therefore on the wrong side of the eternal conflict.
Tyrael, you are still in pain.
I have felt pain before, but nothing like this. It is different being mortal. The pain wears on you.
It is something a true warrior learns to bear. Do you have any idea why Malthael would want the Black Soul Stone?
I have been thinking on that since our encounter, but every scenario I envision simply doesn't make sense, regardless of what he has become.
He must have a plan, even if we do not know what it is.
You are a quiet sort, Serena. Sneak back home and fetch some of our savings.
But the streets are crawling with those horrid creatures.
That's precisely why you must go, dearest. Nobody notices you.
It's time for me to go. My brother will die in the Kingsport dungeons if I don't act now.
A Kingsport prisoner, you say? Those poor devils were all transported to our cells in Westmarch last week. But we haven't heard from the garrison since the attack started.
Edlin, I have to find him. Will you help me, my friend? Right then, this is where they're holding Edlin.
Looking for your brother, Lyndon?
Wait. This is not right.
Damn it all! The Thieves Guild always finds who it's looking for.
The Thieves Guild infiltrated the entire dungeon?
Kingsport hasn't
smile on me.
You die for what you did to Nigel!
Edlin! He's...
I am sorry, my friend.
I never should have joined the guild. He told me, but I wouldn't listen.
His death is not your fault. He was slain before we came to Westmarch.
That dagger looks very familiar.
Take it with you. I know it is hard, but we must leave.
Linda, I grieve for you.
Cannot blame yourself for what happened, Lyndon.
What do you want me to say? That I wish he'd never known me? That I wish he'd had a brother who didn't fail him?
That you are struggling with grief.
And I suppose the mightiest hero in all the land knows just how to help, eh? No. This is something you can't understand.
Today is the day I find out how deep the Order's corruption runs.
You must do whatever you can to set things right, Cormac.
I will do it, even if it means going against my entire Order. I could use a good friend by my side.
I will be right here, by your side.
This is one of our strongholds. I will have my answers soon.
This could go badly. You must be ready for anything.
Cormac! Everyone says you helped slay Asmodan and Belial. They're calling you the greatest of all the Templar.
It's good to see you as well, brother. But I come with troubling news about the Order. I must speak with the Grand Maester.
You're in luck. He's here. Standing orders are to send you to him upon your return. Take this, the Grand Maester's new proclamation.
You've done us all proud.
This proclamation from the Maester, it's damning. He admits his own guilt. How could I have not seen this?
The day of reckoning is at hand. We will rise from the ashes of Westmarch and lead mankind into the light. We shall have recruits by the thousands. Every citizen will be another Templar added to the cause. Once cleansed by the Inquisitors, they will become an unstoppable force.
Nothing to do with Jondar's corruption, Cormac. You're a hero. Our time has finally come, and we owe it all to you.
Bring me that whip. It is time to purify this initiate.
Stop! How can you do this to your fellow Templar?
We bless them with the truth, as we did for you, Cormac. But if the greatest of all Templar wishes them freed, it shall be so. We've been ordered to take you to the Grand Maester as soon as possible. Follow me.
Cormac, the shining example of a true Templar. We have much to talk about.
Yes, we do, Grand Maester. You have betrayed us all, starting with the torment of our initiation.
It was brutal but necessary. I did the hard things no one else would, for the ascension of humanity. I carry the weight of my actions with me always. Are you ready to make a similar sacrifice, Cormac? Will you stand with me and become Meister in due time? I need you.
But... No! Your power has driven you to madness if you think I would help you rule over mankind!
This saddens me greatly, my son. I am sorry. Kill him.
Not enough fury.
Man is a flawed being. Time and again we have seen good men given to temptation. Though it is painful, I have found only one answer. We must cleanse the minds of our recruits, so they will never fall prey to the corruption of the demons, or the blind self-righteousness of the angels.
Is there anything about the past you would like to know?
What were the barbarians like in your time?
Secretive. They mostly kept to the mountain, coming down only every few seasons to raid the neighboring lands. But they were fearsome warriors even then. You would have fit in just fine.
I need fury.
You brought this on yourself, Carmack.
I dedicated my life to a lie. Everything I thought I knew, it was all in the service of a madman. I swear that every Templar I meet will be freed from the lies of the Order. And if they refuse, I will be forced to convince them.
They will believe you. I know it.
Grand Maester, behind the Order's corruption. Deep down, I think I always knew. Perhaps that's why I never felt worthy of the Order, as if I was not a true Templar.
Your beliefs were hollow. The ideas that were beaten into your mind could never reach your heart. So what will you do with your life now? What will you believe in?
I believe in you and your quest. This world must be saved, regardless of the corruption of the Templar.
They will run when they see us.
When I left my sister Lysa, I took her magic focus as a reminder. I scryed it today to see if it held any clues, and I found strong traces of the demonic magic that killed her. It reminded me of the Viserai's magic from before we served the Prophet.
Those Viserai died hundreds of years ago. The mages of today would not be seeking revenge.
When I cast the magic upon her focus, I heard her voice again, and this time, I understood. She said one word. Irena.
I heard Tyrael is an angel.
Who said he is?
I won't do that.
It is done. The bloodline of Rakis will once again sit on the throne of Westmarch.
And that would be you.
My grandmother was the daughter of Coralon, but he would not claim her because she was born of a courtesan, not a queen. With the peasants supporting me, Westmarch will become a place of freedom and equality. The idle rich will be no more. Of course, there will be some bloodshed. We must make a few examples, consolidate our power. A small price to pay.
You betrayed your king while the city suffers. And you think people will follow you, Kerr?
I have spent my whole life preparing for this day, barbarian.
Oh, shut it already.
I have come to realize that my personal feelings are of no consequence. My people are dying, and they need their king. Our resistance starts today, and Lord Winton, of all people, has provided the means. These Reapers shall not have Westmarch. I swear my life on it.
Edlin was always the good brother. Never broke a rule in his life except for me.
There is more to doing good than keeping rules. You have shown me that.
Ah, so I've corrupted you as well, eh?
Aren't you? My friend's down the hall. I have to get to him. You're the hero from Bastion's Keep. How did you get here? You saved my life. I helped. You took my sword, didn't you? Does that mean you'll give me my sword back? No. You go on ahead. We'll meet up with you later. And we'll keep fighting, just like you.
My pack is full. I need to go back.
Is it true that King Justinian IV is dead? That would mean I'm sixth in line for the throne. Quite unlike me to fall apart like that. I can't imagine what came over me. Let's keep this between ourselves, eh?
I don't know that I will ever feel safe again. To know that angels or demons, or who knows what else, can kill thousands of us any time they choose.
A caravan to Kingsport won't be cheap. How much would your dress fetch?
Harold, I've nothing else to wear.
Well, I'm sure there are some curtains lying about.
All that I have said has come to pass, thanks to your donations, your tribute.
Zai was the greatest thief, and he wanted Lyria. He waited patiently for a night when Lyria's path hid her behind the silver moon. For when the sun set, Dirges had to leave Lyria's side, you see, for desire rules the night. He could only watch from below, as she drifted across the ocean of stars. Then Zai climbed, silent as a whisper, into Lyria's palace in the heavens.
Did Zai love her?
No, but stealing from Dirges would make Zai a legend.
We have to do something. Tyrion's probably leading those bastards right to us.
Just because Tyrion's an angel doesn't mean he's evil, right?
This is the end of the world, isn't it? There's no escaping death.
With Justinian dead, I fear another contest for the throne. If we don't learn from history, we are doomed to repeat it. And nobody wants to read the same story twice.
You really must stop thanking me. It was nothing.
A dozen people ran by me and did nothing. You're a hero.
Just in the right place at the right time, I suppose.
General, I bring grave news. The king is dead.
I'd heard rumors, but I hoped. I didn't really care for the king at first, but he turned into a good ruler. Hadn't been himself lately, though. The last of his trusted advisors died recently. Hit him hard, it did. He would have recovered eventually. Now, he'll never get the chance.
Please do not kill Urzael too quickly. Make him suffer for what he has done.
Someone! Is there someone there? Help us, please!
I recognize someone back there. One of the bodies.
Who was it?
A baker. His bread was awful, but he can also share it.
More fury. I can't. I'm returning to town.
My master has begun his work on the stone. Nothing that you do matters. Soon demon spawn like you will be gone forever.
You will kill no more of my people. I swear it.
The demon spawn shall perish in flames.
Enough fury. Damn you! I need to go back.
You killed the angel who was responsible for this horror.
Yes, but his master is the true evil. He still lives, but I mean to fix that. I will make sure this never happens again.
I believe you.
What else can I tell you? I had a vision of death blanketing our world. So I left my people, my family, to come help you.
It is quite the sacrifice.
Nonsense. We veteran often receive visions telling us when it is time to find a new family. I've had many in my life. I still love and miss each and every one of them. Except for Jonah. I never really liked that one.
You have had an interesting life.
Oh, I could tell you stories. Our wagon train came to a dying village once. The people threw rocks and jeered. There was only one poor family who welcomed us. I charmed my way into the mayor's office and told him that his village would soon be wealthier than he could imagine. He threw me out. He thought I was trying to rob him. Well, my vision showed me where the gold deposits were, but not who would find them. So I told the family who had shown us kindness where to dig. They are quite wealthy now.
I wonder if we could sell wigs made from your hair.
That is enough, Harold! If we survive this nightmare, I am leaving for my parents' estate in Bramwell.
That's a grand idea, dearest. Your father has more than enough money to...
Follow me, and I will tie you naked to a tree for the crows. Maybe then you'll finally think of something other than money.
Now that Urzael is dead, I'm going to Bramwell to find my son.
It is still not safe out there.
I don't care.
Thanks to you, I can finally bury my wife in peace.
This disaster will make for great reading someday, provided that anyone survives to chronicle it. How fortunate I am to have met the savior of Westmarch. You simply must let me ask you some questions when your work is done. Rackers conquered all of Honduras before founding Westmarch. Repelling this invasion would be child's play for him.
Urzael is dead. His reapers should be easy prey now.
You have saved Westmarch, my friend.
But we still don't know why Malthael wants the stone, and he grows stronger by the moment. We are running out of time.
That strange woman you brought here believes she can help. She insisted on speaking with you immediately.
I heard Liza's voice again, and I could make out more of what she was saying. She is calling out for me. It sounds as though the voice is speaking to me from far away, from beyond our world.
How can that be? You saw that she was dead.
Now I am not sure. What I do know is that she is out there, and she needs me.
Chelsea, I know how to find Malthael, but you will not like what I have to tell you.
Tell me.
There is only one person who knows how to find Malthael. She waits for you in the Blood Marsh, and you know her well. Adria.
Adria. Bryson meant well, you know.
He's a fool, and fools end up dead around here.
Huh. So that is why you do not want him around.
What are you talking about?
You have already lost too many. Your father, your wife, even your apprentice.
You keep that nonsense to yourself, or I might forget how much I owe you.
I'll take that off your hands.
You're not going anywhere without me.
Why?
Someone has to make sure you don't kill Adria before you find out where Malthael is.
You can come if you want, but Adria will still pay for her betrayal. I have vanquished Urzel and his Reapers, giving the people of Westmarch their city back. Lorath and I go to the Blood Marsh to find Adria. She knows how to locate Malthael. She will tell me, and then she will pay in blood for her betrayal.
I know what Adria did to Leah. I want her to pay just as much as you. We hid the Black Soul Stone in the deepest part of the Nephilim ruins near here. We thought it would be safe, but Malthael found it all the same.
I need fury.
This is the entrance to the tomb, but someone's collapsed it.
Adria.
It looks like we'll have to find another way into the ruins. What was that? was just one entrance to the city. There are guide stones littered across the blood marsh that will lead us to the main one. The guide stones are useless to most, but will reveal the correct path to a Nephilim such as yourself.
There is no escape, Adria.
Remember to get the information we need before you...
Right.
Well, that's not very reassuring. This is one of the guide stones, but nothing happens when I approach it.
Let me try.
There are 4 entrances to the Nephilim city, each one etched with a sigil. Only the correct one marks the true entrance to the tomb, however. When you activate these stones, one of the wrong sigils disappears.
The first time I saw a witch, she burned. Father took me to the town square to see it. Look, he said, that is the face of evil. But she looked like any other woman, and burned like anything else. Then the flames engulfed her. Her eyes found mine, and she laughed.
A castle here?
Begone! I am not yet ready to entertain guests. No! It's almost finished! Now it will never be finished! I curse you, Saul! You sold me this piece of waterlogged land to build my castle on! Well, I will have the last laugh, you dog! I will build my castle here, and it will be the grandest castle ever! Do you hear me, Saul? Ever!
Must be where all the plagues in Westmarch come from.
Have you ever caught one of them?
No. No, but this fellow I was...
This could be the right passage. But I do not know for sure. Smile on me. Not enough fury.
I have uncovered and obscured an ancient tome in whose pages is recorded an impossible tale. The secret history of a race called the Nephilim, gods by another name, and their ruined civilization in the West. If this is true, how could all signs of these Nephilim be lost, but for the record of this single tome?
The ancients grant me strength. I will not be denied.
The Nephilim were not gods, but our own ancestors, gifted with long life, magic, and abilities far beyond ours. Yet they were still men. I want...
This is not the right entrance. Now I know which sigil marks the correct passage. This passage does not lead to Corvus. Need fury. This is the passage I have been looking for. Guides my hand. No way. Smile on me. Impossible.
I will bring the light of Zakarum to the heathens. Here in the east, the power of Zakarum wanes, but in the west it will rise, stronger and greater than ever. Yet I have another purpose. The lost Nephilim city of Corvus lies in the west. I will find it.
Laura, this is as far as you go. Catch up to me when it is done.
We founded a settlement near the Western Sea. It will grow to be a great city in time. Now that my people are settled, I can begin my own search for the ruins of the Nephilim city, Corvus. The tome implied that it was near this very region.
I won't do that. Impossible. You wilt against my blows. I can't. I will not be denied.
We have begun searching the marsh for the ruins of Corvus. This stinking, festering swamp is punctuated by worn blocks of stone. Perhaps these ancient sentinels are all that remain of the proud Nephilim city. No, there is more to be found. I know it.
Vulkatos guides my hand. Your flesh is weak.
Last night, I found the ruined Nephilim city. When I stepped into the buried catacombs, I felt a stirring in my blood. And then a wondrous thing. A dim light began to glow all around me, not cast by any torch. It was as though the very stones acknowledged my presence.
Let's see where you've been hiding, Malthael.
Adria.
The angels will never suffer us to live. They cannot accept the fact that we may choose our own path. At least demons are not so rigid in their beliefs.
We will choose our own destiny, free from the eternal conflict. But you will not have
Diablo sent me a vision. He had returned, and you were the one who freed him. Diablo will return. I have done what I can to ensure it. He always finds a way. In your heart of hearts, you know this.
Before she died, Adria conjured an image of pandemonium.
She was searching for Malthael, so he must be there.
I'm returning to town.
Nice choice.
Lead the way to... glory.
I'm telling you, Lyria was so lonely, and Zai was so alive and full of life. They shared one perfect night, and after, she emerged blushing. Dirges raced to her side, but Zai was gone. The ruby around Lyria's neck was the only sign that he had ever been there.
Did Zai feel any remorse?
No, not then. He felt pride. Dirges was possessed by an all-consuming rage. As Zai had stolen what was most valuable to Dirges, he would take from Zai all that he held dear.
I would have killed him.
Dirges took something much more dear than Zai's life. His joy. He killed everyone Zai had loved and held dear. Oh, then he slew Lyria. Her light went out from the heavens. The seas wept, and the waves of their tears crashed upon the shore.
I was separated from the other soldiers and surrounded by the dead when I saw him. I gazed into the face of death himself. I couldn't move. I just stared as he passed through me. His touch was like ice, so cold. But something in me changed. Something I cannot understand.
Where are you going? I have some good news.
Good news?
I mentioned what you did to some guards I met. You could get a commendation or something when this is all over.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tira's newly established rule over Westmarch did nothing to quell the civil war, which continued until she was driven mad and eventually killed by the plague. Cornelius, grandson of Justinian III and slave to the Zakharum faith, used this opening to crush the rebels once and for all and become the new king.
Now we know. Malthael is in Pandemonium.
No doubt he has gone to the fortress. Malthael can hold out there until the end of time. He is forcing us to come to him.
He is a coward, hiding until he has enough power to confront me.
The only way to Pandemonium is through the high heavens. Let us leave at once.
Lara! Peter!
Are you looking for somebody?
Oh, it's my children. They're out playing a game, but I'll find them soon enough.
I now know death better than I know the shape of my hand or my own sword. Hendel charged into battle at my side. I'd known him since I enlisted, but when I looked at him that night, I had a vision. I saw the faces of the men he had killed, and I saw that he would not live to see the morning.
According to the records, King Rackus had a strong jaw, hair as black as night, more gleaming armor over his muscular... Sorry, what was I talking about? Every time Westmarch is invaded, a hero appears to save it. History is much easier to write with a strong protagonist. Rackus and his sons built much of Westmarch during their time. The ruins and the marshes outside the city may be their work too. Of course, whenever I ask the Crown for gold to further my excavations, there's always a more pressing matter at hand.
What is this?
Destroy the gate! The Nephilim is here!
more time.
Dares to attack us? Malthael is my brother. I fought 1,000 battles by his side, and I care not that he seeks to destroy you and your kind. But my brother has grown sick, and he must be put down for his own sake. Yet I have not the heart to do this. And so it falls to you. Come, Nephilim, to Pandemonium.
Malthael tried to stop me from entering Pandemonium, but nothing will keep me from him. Now I will cross these battlefields, where angels and demons once fought. I must find the Pandemonium Fortress, where the Angel of Death waits for me. I will show him what death means.
Imperius want you to follow him. I don't like this.
There is a siege camp not far from here. Meet me there, and I will show you what must be done.
Not ready yet.
We do not have the luxury of time.
No way.
Patience is not one of my virtues, Nephilim.
I can't. Impossible.
That is a siege room. Bring it with you.
Do you see the battering ram below? That is the only way you can breach the fortress gates. But it is useless without the siege runes that power it. You have one in your possession, but there are two more. You will find them on the battlefield below, imprisoned along with the demons that carried them. Once you have the runes, go to the ram. But know this, Nephilim. Even if you release Malthael from his madness, I will not thank you for it.
I do not want your thanks.
Against my blows.
I won't do that. Guides my hand.
Won't go down easily.
Still recharging.
Very little. It roams the outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering giant with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world, never to be seen again.
No way. Back to hell, dog. Impossible. How tastes your fear? You winced against my blows. I will not be denied. Back to hell, dog. The ancients smile on me. I won't do that. Guides my hand.
By my honor!
denied.
No way.
The ancients smile on me.
I can't. More fury.
Ram is here, but I must finish collecting the siege runes first.
Not ready yet. I won't do that.
Be used against my blows. Your fear.
Like a nightmare of some madman.
You wilt against my blows.
Look at that.
I need fury. No way.
Crush you if it takes another 10,000 years!
I can't.
A wingless angel. This is what they send to face me now. Die in savage. What kind of demon are you? No matter. Death to the enemies of heaven!
Impossible. Your flesh is weak. I can't. Against my blows. I won't do that. Need more time. possible. Back to hell, dog. This cannot be opened yet. I cannot open this.
Get away from the ram!
I bear grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts. If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
We can still stop him. We need to attack the fortress.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart. I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated this ground. Many angels died defending it.
Why fight for this place?
Our battles revolved around the World Stone. I had the Pandemonium Fortress built in order to protect it.
Malthael was one of your brethren. Why did you not search for him when he left the heavens?
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he was known to leave without warning. Eventually, the Council became concerned. We sent his closest followers to find him. Most of them did not return.
Urze. The maidens. They found Malthael here and continued to serve him.
It seems so.
You built the Pandemonium Fortress?
Not on my own, but it was my idea, yeah. The angels raised it around the World Stone many eons ago.
Then you must know a way in.
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven and hell. The hook! Attack the hooks! Break those hooks! We only have one strike left.
It is done.
Pandemonium Fortress. When I fought Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death, as he does.
Look at the spirits gathered below. Could they be the key?
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen. The fortress feels strange and new to me, though I have come here times beyond count, as its champion and as its liberator. It changes to match the nature of whoever controls it, but I have never seen it like this, while under the control of an angel.
It's Malthael. This place is as warped as his mind.